Hello and welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath and intuitive card reader. I'm here this evening to do the general monthly reading for January 2017 for the sign of Sagittarius. Okay, first thing I want to do is get my intuitive candle lit. It helps. And these candles are from intuitivecandles.com. Go check their website out. They've got every scent and smell that you could even begin to imagine. And there's a bit of a buried treasure within the candle as well. So when you here we go. When the wax melts down enough and clears, there's a little piece of tin foil inside, and you fish that out in the safest way possible, and you open it. And I've had the pleasure of doing 2 of them. This is my aventurine stone from my very first one. It's good for intuitiveness, the third eye, wisdom, insight, and a whole big long list of other things. You can Google that, aventurine. And then my second one is this one, the rose quartz. And it's really pretty. I love it. It's for healing your heart. It's for grieving hearts, mourning hearts, broken hearted. This kind of thing, and you can Google the rose quartz as well. These are just the beautiful things that come from Intuitive Candles at intuitivecandles.com. Okay, so I'm going to get right into the shuffle. I've already cleansed the cards and got them all calibrated, you might say. And this is for Sagittarius. So we asked Masters of the Universe, Masters of the Natural World Order, and Spirit Guides to please bring forth positive ions, positive messages as well for the sign of Sagittarius. January 2017. And Happy New Year, by the way, Sagittarius. Happy New Year indeed. It's January 1st right now. And you're the last sign. It should have been done like yesterday, like New Year's Eve, but I won't even go there why it didn't happen. So, you would have been the last reading of 2016 had I got you done yesterday. Or the day before. Yeah, yesterday. So, messages for the sign of Sagittarius, please and thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. At the end of this 5-card spread using the Oceanic Tarot deck, and at the end I pull one significator from my other deck of simply called Tarot. I might as well say it right now, almost every reading I think is 10 out of the last 12. The significator has been the King of Swords. You guys see me shuffle the deck, and you see me cut it. I turn the card over, and every time 10 out of 12. I'm pretty sure that's the odds. That's what come up. Out of 78 cards, it's King of Swords, King of Swords, King of Swords. A worldwide message going out from him, I think. Alright, right there. First card that I pulled for you, Sagittarius, is the Knight of Wands. It's all about activity. It's your overall energy. Second card that I pulled for you, in your finances and wealth, it's potential. The 7 of Pentacles. Third card that I pull, your hearth, your home, love, anything to do with your heart and love, is the High Priestess. She's all about intuition. Fourth card that I pulled, which is your challenges for the month of January, is the 6 of Swords. It represents calm. The 5th and final card in the Oceanic Tarot spread, your message from Spirit. It's all about judgment and self-reflection. It's the card of judgment and self-reflection. All right, there we go. So the first card that I pulled for you is the Knight of Wands, and it's about activity. And wands always represent practical things in our lives, like our jobs, our bank accounts, our homes, practical things. When this card shows up, though, it's showing some high activity for you, and the advice is to choose what will work best for you in anything that you undertake right now. You're not looking at the bigger picture. What is the fallout with everybody else if I choose to do something this way, or I choose to do it that way, or not at all. But do what works best for you, because that's where you're going to get your greatest results. That's advice from the card. And also, at this time, if you face any opposition on any level in your life, the card is advising for you to stay and stand your ground rather than retreat, rather than shy away, back away. Stand your ground. Let your integrity come into play. If something's wrong, then something's wrong. You call it for what it is, for what you see it. If something's right, then it's right. And if somebody else says it's wrong, if you say it's right, then it's right. That's the way your energies are flowing right now. Courage of convictions are there as well, I'm hearing for some of you. Right now, anything that you do will make great steps towards success. This is a really good card for you, Sagittarius. Very, very good. The keywords for this card are energy and movement via activity, passion, focus, balance, communication, and relationships. So relationships are coming to the forefront as well for the month of January. Any new jobs, new projects, new undertakings. Stand your ground if you find yourself facing opposition of any kind. One moment. The second card that I pulled for you in your wealth and finance sector, Seven of Pentacles, all about potential. Keywords for this card are money, perseverance, dedication, work, and investment, time, and success. The advice is to now's not the time to doubt your abilities or the path that you have chosen. Keep going, and you are on the track to success. Right now, there's lots to be gained when this card appears. It shows you that dedication is on your side. You can see the rewards that you seek, and the potential for success is coming. You may have to put in, find yourself unexpectedly putting up a few more sacrifices and extra time and extra work. There's going to be something that somebody out there is working on, and it turns out to be more is expected of you than what you first thought. It could be through a job. More responsibilities are laid on you, and you didn't see that coming, but it's not a bad thing. It's a really good thing. You may have to work, like I said, it's kind of last minute, so you're trying to play catch up. You're trying to get something done. There's a deadline or an expectation of a time frame. You're being watched. If that's for some of you, being watched by your employer, your boss. In relationships, some of you may have demands placed on you that you weren't expecting in this relationship. And you shouldn't have to do whatever you don't feel comfortable with. You shouldn't have to decide right on the spot. Should something be, raised and brought to your attention? I'm just feeling for some of you, or you feel as though, you really like and care about the person that you're with, but they're talking commitment on a whole different level, and You didn't even think that that was in the cards as of yet, so you're taken by surprise. So you're expected to be in any kind of partnership or relationship right now. Things will be expected of you. What you do with that is to your own discernment. The card is just bringing it to the forefront. I'm hearing they will do what they will do. We won't tell them what to do, and it's up to you. It's either way. There's going to be an extension of that. For every action, there's a reaction. So if somebody's moving a bit too fast for you, you need to speak your mind, and that's just common sense. Speak your mind. Don't be pushed or bullied into something that you're not comfortable with. The job as well, for those of you, this is if it's work related. There's extra commitment, extra time required of you. But in the bigger picture parts, for some of you, this is what you've been wanting. You want the extra responsibility and the extra work, because it's going to mean a raise in pay, a raise in your stature at work, your placement of where you are in your place of work, changing of titles, changing of job descriptions are coming up in the new year for you. Some, maybe one or two, already knew this and you're ready for it come Tuesday. The rest of you are going to be, if nothing else, mildly surprised by these changes. In the end, it all affects your money. The third card that I pulled for you. In your hearth, your home, your love, your heart. The High Priestess, she's all about intuition. For those of you not in the know, what she's holding there in her right hand that's floating above her hand is the infinity symbol. Infinity means forever. It goes on forever, forever, forever. Keywords for this card are wisdom, secrets, discretion, teaching, vision, and dreams. The advice of this card is to keep your thoughts and your feelings to yourself. Listen to your intuition. This is a time for learning. This is the wise woman of the ocean. So a lot of things that she's bringing forth right now, as it said, to keep your thoughts and opinions kind of like to yourself right now, especially if it's that job related situation with the Seven of Pentacles just before this card. Coming at you when you didn't see it. Your first reaction is to go, what? And your gut says, just accept it. Shake your head. Tell your employer what he needs and what he wants to hear. Don't jump on the wagon and start verbalizing everything that's wrong with this situation. Just be really quiet. Mum's the word, as they say. Put your head down. Tuck yourself into the work. And see where that's going to lead you, because it doesn't matter what comes out of here or out of here. When it comes to the hands-on part of the literal job, that has its own overspill, it has its own trickle down, its own results. It has its own results, regardless of what you think, what you say, what your boss thinks, what your boss says as well. So go on your intuition. That is one thing that'll never steer you wrong. Even when you feel confused and lost, just hold on to your intuition and listen to that. You're going to be learning some things. That is absolutely for sure. Somebody out there is going to be taken into someone's confidence, and someone's sharing secrets with you. And because of that, you seem to be showing and experiencing an awful lot of discretion. You feel like you're almost like a Pandora's box that, you know, somebody opens you up and you've got all this wealth of information, things that are secret, you know. So in a way you feel kind of dangerous in a way because you have privileged information about certain things and certain people. I feel very strongly for some of you. Absolutely. That's close to home for you. These things with the High Priestess, these things are very close to home for you, that affect you. That's why the card has shown up in the first place, to bring that to the foreground, to your attention. So be discreet, be quiet, don't be judgmental, don't throw your opinions out there. Just accept what's being told to you and go with that. And let the situation play itself out and speak for itself in the end. That's the safest thing to do. And you'll come out of this unscathed. 6 of Swords and calm. This is your challenges. Card number 4 for the month of January. Okay, so this is the card of reassurance, of calmer waters after much chaos. Some of you are going on a trip, and it will be over water. So I would say you're taking a ferry, a ship, or an aeroplane, or a helicopter, even anything that can fly or float. This is the way you'll be. This will be your mode of travel wherever you're going to. So you're moving on in positive ways. So the unexpected thing that came at you could very well end up being something extremely positive, and it stayed that way because you kept your P's and Q's to yourself. There's new work on the horizon as well. Another meaning is protection, prioritizing important things, and to start being more selective about the people that you deal with in your life every day. You need to be moving on from some people that are no longer serving you any good purpose at all. We all have people like that, and they're not really the best for us. They're not the best people we really want to be around. But if you're like me, I kind of accept everybody as they are. I try real hard to not judge people just because they're different than me. And I have the type of people that I know, my friends, a lot of them, you couldn't get them here under one roof, and none of them would probably get along, and none of them would probably like each other. And that's the truth. It would be awkward because my friends, my extended friends and family, they're all really, really, really unique people in their own ways. Very strong personalities. But they're all very loving and they're all very kind. There's no two ways about that. I don't associate with, mean, self-centered people are not my cup of tea. But other than that, I don't care what color your skin is. I don't care what language you speak, what religion you practice, what part of the world you come from. As long as you have a kind soul is what's important. So you are going to need to prioritize even the people in your life right now. Outside of that, the advice of this card for you, Sagittarius, is to now go with the flow. There's no need to resist changes that come at you at all. Just like that job or whatever that is popping up out of nowhere, you're completely unprepared for it, did not see it coming, blindsided. Just accept it. Just accept it and go with it. I mean, use your logic and your intelligence, but just kind of keep quiet to see where the whole thing is going to lead you to. You're going to be pleasantly surprised, is what the card is saying. For some of you, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. So the way to not rock the boat is to go with the flow. And don't resist change. Keywords are journeys, moving on, immigration, safe haven, finding peace and resolution, and feeling protection. You need to have a bit more faith. You need to always leave yourself open to change. I know it's comfortable staying where we are and what we're familiar with. But in this case, there's changes coming, and the card is advising you. If you play your cards right and smart, go with the flow, keep your P's and Q's to yourself. Don't give any opinions. Just keep your ears and your eyes open. Be silently observant. Use your logic and use your intuition. If the job requires, 80% of you, try to put in 105. Just so you know you gave it your all. Okay. So the last card in this 5-card spread, Oceana Tarot deck, is the card of Judgment and Self-Reflection. This is your message from Spirit. Self-reflection. Okay, so right now, this is the time to revisit your past and start taking stock of where you were to where you are now before moving on any further. You may muse on happier times. You may discover some unfinished business, and you may visit somebody related to that unfinished business from the past. You're seeking answers to a certain questions about a situation that you were in back in the day. Somebody has, unknowns to you, fresh information that'll be coming forward. And surprise is your reaction. You're wondering, you're looking into the past and you're thinking about your future. But there's something that's haunting you and you're wondering if you did the right thing at the time. This card is also a card of spiritual connection. That's perfect because this is the message from Spirit. It's linking you with those in the spirit world at this time. Others that have passed on before you, angels, guardians, and loved ones. Some of you as well are thinking on giving somebody from your past a second chance to come back into your life again. Not necessarily romantic. Could be a business partner, co-worker. Maybe you're on the same bowling team or something and you had words and you had a falling out. I don't feel that so much as I do that this is just somebody coming from your past and you see that they've grown and they've matured and they're softened around the edges. Now this person, I'm hearing this person was like, like the man in black kind of thing. He's always dressed in dark clothing with dark hair, dark features, dark eyes, and that's just to describe him. It's just the way he is. He used to be very, very rigid around his edges of his aura. His whole energy was like that, almost too serious, almost bordering on being mean, but he wasn't. Very hard. Not many people got along with him. They didn't like him. Not many people gave him a chance to get to know him. So this person's back in your life again, and even you kind of went, whoa, your defenses went up. You're going to see big changes in this person. Your defenses will go down as fast as they went up, and you will be surprised. You would definitely be surprised. And there's some kind of connection tying you two together for the immediate future as well. This could be work, it could be a project, it could be a relationship, it could be all kinds of things like that. But it's for two, for you and for them, together. Okay. So, use your common sense when it comes to this person as well. This is for one or two of you. You can give second chances. But if you don't be too hard on yourself about it. Some people wouldn't blame you for not wanting to give this person a second chance because of things that happened in the past. So don't be hard on yourself. If you do, you just tell yourself, I have to do what I have to do. So the key words for this card are contemplation, self-judgment, guilt, second chances, spirituality, and memories. And I'm hearing as well that you could be the one that's looking for a second chance. That's all I got. I got nothing else on that. Okay, let's do your significator and hope that the King of Swords doesn't be the only card that I pull out of 78 cards again, and that be the one that shows up. Oh my goodness, I'm real sick of seeing it. I said this the last 2 readings and it popped up. I should shut up. Spirit guides, masters of the universe, masters of the natural world order. Bring us one significator card for this 5-card Oceanic Tarot spread. For the sign of Sagittarius for the month of January in the year 2017. One significator. Wasn't an overabundance of information in this reading, was there? I didn't think so. Maybe you guys do. I hope some of it resonated with you, that's for sure. Absolutely. But I found it was kind of a quiet reading. Minimal. One significator, please. Well, thank you for this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Being told cut right now. Oh, you better not be. Oh, thank goodness. Maybe that spell's been broken. I got the 2 of Swords for you. So, swords about the mind. A lot of things on your mind, certain things on your mind, certain decisions need to be made. You're mulling things over. So when I pull the 2 of Swords, the 2 of Swords indicates that a painful and difficult situation is being reconciled. That's your person from the past getting a second chance, or you being given a second chance. Heard that right off the top. However, in this context, it's very important to look carefully at the cards which follow it, as there is a possibility that a relationship will never be exactly the same as it was before the conflict or the quarrel. So this whole second chance thing from the past is being very, very strongly highlighted. See what card follows it. The 10 of Pentacles follows it. So I can say right now, for most of you, this is work related. So that's the card that followed it. Pentacles are all about money. I always like the number 10. Nice round number. This card represents abundance, wealth, and gain. It is the pinnacle of prosperity, with material goods that last instead of being temporary. This is a family home bought and paid for, or a business that you can pass on to your children. You might find yourself the lucky recipient of a trust fund or a lottery win big enough to last a lifetime. How wonderful is that? Some of you are coming into some money. Get those lottery tickets. Buy them. This is a wonderful card. I'm glad that I pulled the second card. That's just amazing to me. And thank God it was not the King of Swords. We get a little bit sick and tired of him. Well, thank you very much, Sagittarius. This was your reading for the brand new year for January 2017. I'll be back 2 weeks' time to do the mid-monthlies as well to see what's going on at that time. And if you're new to the channel or new to YouTube, subscriptions here are free. The little red subscription button right about there. Click it, you'll be notified via your email notifications every time I post anything new. It's once in a while. Twice a month anyway. Also, thank you very much to my current subscribers and for supporting Bay of Fundy Fortunes. It's deeply, deeply, deeply appreciated. We readers do feel a sense of love for our subscribers, and respect. And if you find you like this reading and you like a personal reading, I do offer the service of that as well. And the information for that's found down below in the description box. Just read through it once and you can just send me off an email after that. And I think that's about it for now. So all I can say to you, Sagittarius, is to please enjoy the rest of January. And we'll see where the year is going to take us from here on out. A lot of people are having real good feelings about this year. That last year was a rough one for a lot of people, and this year's going to be the complete opposite. Let's hope for that. From my heart to yours, I wish you all the best in January in 2017. I hope to see you back here soon. But for now, thank you very much, and good night.